All right, guys, welcome back to the Wednesday Night War. I'm your host, Mr. A&E, and then, of course, not Deion says, but Prime Time.
What's up?
So, yes, we are on audio this time because, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, man, it's late where we're recording this, you know what I'm saying, probably on the weather and stuff like that. So, we like, no, we ain't going to turn the cameras on today, but you still going to get the audio portion of this review. So, we're about to get into the go-home show for TakeOver Vengeance Day for NXT. And we got finish up the Dusty Rhodes classic matchups and stuff like that. And then also when it comes to AEW, we got a blockbuster main event that's going on here. Falls Count Anywhere 6-man tag team matchup player. Only Teddy Long could book this kind of stuff. So let's go on and see what we got here. So we start off NXT this week with the semifinals of MSK taking on Legado del Fantasma. You talk about a high-octane matchup here. Well, that's where we get back-and-forth action between these two. They are just sitting there reversing and going back and forth on each one of their moves, stuff like that. And it's actually a really entertaining matchup because, you know, you get to see what these teams are actually made of. And, you got to really see the experience and how good MSK really is, because I never watched the Radicals in Impact. I just heard of him, which the main guy, or I don't know if it's leader or not, went back to the Radicals at Impact Wrestling. But they had a good matchup here. They pick up, I don't know the names of the Legado del Fantasma, but they hit their spine buster.
It's Joaquin Wild and Raul Mendoza.
Yeah, they hit the spine buster blockbuster for the win, and they are going to take over Vengeance. So MSK is looking very, very strong here, and they're going to face the winners of whoever wins between Grizzly Young Vets or Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. So we go, and then after we come back, get Mercedes Martinez's little promo and what the Women's Championship means to her, we get Xia Li taking on Cora J. So, but for some reason, Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter, little thickness, is up there, and they appear ringside, and they're concerned about Xia Li. I'm like, y'all, wait, what? I kind of lost here because they never interacted with Xia Li before when she was regular Xia Li. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it's one thing. It's kind of one of those things where they did, but not like. It's like one of those social media things.
Oh, okay. Well, you gotta bring me up to speed eventually. But so,
yeah, I'm just saying, I think they were just friends on social, like they were like on lives and all that. You know how they do. They be all buddy on social media with each other.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, whatever happened to Xia Li now, now is just she's crazy and this and that.
Well, so they ask her like, "Yo, girl, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" Cora tries to attack Xia Li. She says, "Bitch, no." So she sit there, do her moveset, Trouble in Paradise standing, and wins the matchup. So then Ken Carr like, "Look, I don't know what's up with you right now, but I'm gonna go talk to your women's up here." That's how she was talking. So she go up there, she step up to scary looking homegirl, and she's talking this shit to her. Now this right here was just the bad on cameraman's part. Xia Li comes up and grabs Kate Carter behind the head. You can tell Kaden Carter doesn't look surprised. Now she's just sitting there waiting for the spot. And it's just like, okay, grab me, all right, walk me over, and I'll flip. It didn't feel like Xia Li actually with force hit her. She sold it and she flew off the stage. It looked like, if you look at her face, like I just watched this clip just a minute ago. She just grabs her and just casually walks into the end. Kate Carter's face looks regular as usual, and it takes a flip for no apparent reason off the stage. I'm like, that was shot poorly, or Kate Carter didn't react the way she should have.
Yeah, or acted poorly.
Or acted poorly. I was just like, yeah, that's So, Xia Li trying to apologize to her and Boa, and then Casey Catanzaro gets attacked by Xia Li, and then the homegirl, I forgot what her name is, but she just grabs Boa, starts choking him, and then Xia Li She says, "Look, I took care of him," and bows down to him. So that's how it ends. So I'm curious to see if they're going to have Kate Carter and I'm trying to see if they can snap Xylee out of it, because you know what's going to happen now. She has been beating up jobbers for 3 weeks. So now we're going to probably get her versus Kate and Carter next week, and then her versus Casey Catanzaro the week after. You know how they usually book these things.
Yeah, you know how they do.
But I wasn't mad at it, though. Are you mad at it?
No, I'm not mad. I just want to see where it goes. Hopefully we get some different and not like the same thing.
I hope it ain't one of these like oh my God, you saved me.
Oh, please, not that.
The way come to the ring. Giant Gargano's in a wheelchair and his arm is in a sling, saying Kushida broke multiple bones in his arm. And I like how he says, first of all, I'm a lefty and I'm a professional power walker. And he said, I need my arms to swing. And have you ever seen like the Olympics and see like the professional power walkers?
Yeah, I watch it just to laugh at it.
I'm just saying, first of all, the way they be swinging their hips and with the arms, them jaws be hilarious to me. And I'm like, oh, power walk. You see why you laughing? Because you know I'm right.
I was gonna make a joke, but I guess I should.
Make the joke, but you gotta make the joke.
I'll say it anyway. Like Randy Jackson on Motown 25.
Yeah, bruh, them hips was moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame it on my sweetheart. Blame it on my baby. So, he was to say that, and I just pictured Jack Gargano doing like a power walker. That's why it was funny to me. And he said, "I'm stuck in a wheelchair. You know how I feel about wheels." Yo, I was dying. He was entertaining to me, and then so Regal came out because he was saying that you're gonna still have to defend the North American Championship against Kushida. And it's either going to be tonight when Austin Theory takes your place, or you're going to forfeit it. And he says, "Look, I got X-rays," and he shows the bones broke up there. He said, first off, if you see that arm up there, it means right. And then John Guerrero said the art doesn't mean right; it means real. So I don't know why he didn't entertain by this, but
actually earlier tonight, I guess before NXT went on air, Austin Theory was like posted like, yeah, I just came from Johnny Gargano's house. The match for TakeOver is canceled. Like I think they tried to get out of it because he broke his arm, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess. And then like soon as I seen that post was up, then I just seen like the match is back on, so I was kind of confused. I don't know what back and what.
Yeah, well, after so Kushida, as he's talking to Regal, Kushida just ends up in the ring to stance with the way. They don't even pay attention. And then Regal is talking about some Kushida, how you feel about that? And then Austin Theory does, the whole cartoon, they look back like, yeah, how you think about it, Kushida? Wait a minute, Kushida? And then so he just hits him, and then he not gonna hit the women. So he has a tug of war with Jack Gargano, and then he grabs his belt bag, but he's holding it with the wrong arm. He's just like, oh my God. And then he gets hit and falls over the wheelchair. Even though that hit wasn't warrant to fall over the wheelchair, it looked weak. It wasn't like as strong as Shawn Michaels super kick looked at Bret Hart where he flew back over the wheelchair. Remember that from Raw?
Yeah, you wouldn't dare hit a man in the wheelchair.
Say what?
That's what. Isn't that the one? He's like, you wouldn't dare hit a man in the wheelchair.
Yeah, he just spoon, and then Joe rolled back and flipped him over. That was good selling by Bret Hart. When it came to this, I was like, that punch was weak. And Dragon Gale just oversold that a little bit, but
like everybody that Hogan punches from 1999 to now.
Yeah. So that was said, but like I said, I thought it was entertaining. Like I said, I thought Johnny Gargano in the way is hilarious. Women's Dusty Rhodes Women's Classic semifinals. Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon take it on The Way. Candice LeRae and what's her name?
Shotzi Blackheart?
No, Candice.
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell, yeah. So most of the time, Shotzi Blackheart is taking the heat in this matchup. As you know, she cannot get the tag. But then Ember Moon. Oh my bad, I actually played the video too loud. Ember Moon comes in there, in the heap of fire and everything, starts doing the attack, and then does a middle rope cold breaker to Indy Hartwell, but kicks out. Then The Way comes back. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell have Ember Moon balanced on the second rope. She does a springboard lionsault, which looks sick on Ember Moon, but then she goes to dive outside to the ropes to hit Shotzi Blackheart. It is noticeably short. And I'm not trying to sound like I have a bias or a sexist attitude, but when these women be diving through the middle rope, it scares the fuck out of me. The only one that be launching with so much speed, like Ember when she goes to the bottom rope, Shotzi Blackheart, but she just be going to die. But like when Carmella do it, when Brie Bella don't need to do it no more.
Because they don't run, they just like they barely jog, and then think that's enough speed to like get through the rope and their foot to not hit the rope. It's like, nah, you gotta like throw yourself. They don't throw themselves.
The only one that really throws themselves, like Ember and Shotzi, are the ones that throw themselves. Candice, now see the way she does it, she runs to the rope full speed, and then she like you see she put her hand through the middle rope and kind of like launches herself out. But this time it was like that was just mad short. So Shotzi had to put.
She kind of does how Gargano does his in the ring.
Exactly. And I'm just like, yeah, you got to pick up some more power because that stuff is dangerous. And like every time I see Brie Bella, Sasha Banks, Carmella, when they be doing, I'm like, first of all, their takeoff is bad. The form of the run is sloppy because you should start being, you should like Daniel Bryan to me got one of the best ones.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like to me for a while, that's why I really hated Dean Ambrose's when he used to dive out the ring because it was just like it just looked so lazy. So
Dean Ambrose was bending down before he bounced off the second rope. Okay. He started leaning down all the way as he's running across the ring. I'm just like, well, here it comes. Y'all need to see this shit coming.
Yeah, I used to hate it so much because it's like he jog outside the ring. He'll do it so lazily to where it's like, it don't even hurt nobody. It don't even look good. So,
but Daniel Bryan though, I think he does it the best. He puts a full head of steam.
He picks up that speed. Yep.
And then just launches himself right through the middle rope. And he has enough time to protect himself, but yeah, I'm sorry, it just scared. Say what?
I was gonna say real quick. Somebody else that I really like when they used to do it, Austin Aries, because he picks up speed like at the last second.
Yeah, he like a you know who also Phoenix used to do it good before he started doing the whole homicide flip with it and crash into the barricade. I'm just like, bruh. You need to stop because I'm about to say you gotta kill yourself.
Yeah. Since we don't know people, a lot of people got a good one. Homicide got a good one.
Yeah.
So talking about homicide, a lot of these people got a good suicide dive back in the day. When that name back in the day, the past few years, but not really. Now I can't really think of anybody that has a good suicide dive other than Ember, Shotzi, and Dave.
Exactly. So then we have Indy Hartwell's the legal person. Candice comes back into the ring. Ember Moon tries to go for a tag, but obviously Shotzi's not there. But Ember does hit an eclipse on Candice LeRae, and she falls back into position. Indy Hartwell is like, no, I'm going to protect Candice. Shotzi says, fuck it, I don't care. Does a senton from the top. That looked brutal. And I'm saying, because no woman in that scenario, from Candice to Indy Hartwell to Shotzi Blackheart, got any better end of that at all. So, yeah, that was Indy Hartwell pins. Shotzi Blackheart pins Indy Hartwell, and they win the matchup. So they're going to the finals to face Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez in the first ever Women's Dusty Classic. Ember's taking this pin. Raquel Gonzalez is winning the matchup. They're going over. It's going to be a good one.
I know why they didn't do it. I know they didn't want two heels to fight in the finals, but like, I don't understand why the way it was like. I thought they were getting pushed. I thought with them being associated with Gargano, it was automatically like getting that TV time, getting that push. I thought they were gonna try to build up Indy Hartwell because they don't really know. Nobody really knows her moves. Knows she's just there pretty much. So I thought at the beginning that was gonna be either Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez or Casey Canzaro and Caden Carter or the Way because they were a legit team that they were like using on TV.
Yeah. So let's we can get through this. We got Santos Escobar backstage saying that the Karrion Kross is foolish enough for giving him the gift of time, while Legado del Fantasma comes back and apologizes about losing the match. He said never apologize, but what you can do is find out to make sure that somebody doesn't make it to next week, which that's not going to happen. Kushida takes on Austin Theory tonight anyway for the matchup. So we the match is all right. I didn't see much because I was going back to AEW Dynamite on this one, and then come back. Kushida goes into a armbar on the apron, but Gargano hits him with a super kick. So we're disqualified, and as Gargano feels as though that he got one over on him, Dexter Lumis comes from underneath the ring and crawls under the stairs of Gargano, and Gargano gets very scared. So that's why I think that Gargano may retain, because Dexter Lumis is going to be next in line. In my personal opinion. So.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
I low-key forgot about Dexter Lumis in a sense almost.
We get Cameron Grimes is outside in it's like somewhat of a suit, I'm guessing, in a brown top hat and things like that. I don't understand. He pulls out. I didn't hear too much of the promo, but he has so much money he don't even know what to do with it. I guess it's because he's playing off the GameStop thing that happened. Because he said he placed his bet at the right time because GameStop went to the moon. So
somehow, some way, he's gonna do a rich guy gimmick. I hate this already.
And I'm like, okay, he just throws a bunch of money and runs around with it. I'm just like, he had legit money in his hand. He had about probably 10,000 in his hand, in all hundreds, all them fresh hundreds, because
he came back to that curtain. Vince was like, "Oh, Triple H, like, give me that back."
Yeah, please give that back to me. First of all, throwing around that COVID money. I ain't trying to do that. That should be in my bank account right now. We go, like I said, I didn't see much of the promos. We go down to the main event. Grizzly Young Vets taking on Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. These guys have a brutal matchup here. Grizzly Young Vets show that they belong, even powerbombing Ciampa on one point on the apron, even though the powerbomb looked terrible in my personal opinion. I was like, Ciampa ain't get enough air, and I was just like,
Ciampa is checked out. Ciampa's checked out right now.
I don't. Why do you think he's checked out? In your opinion?
I don't know. It just, this guy used to be the top of the top main event. Not to say that he should be in every single main event, but it's like, I don't think he's where he wants to be. He's in like a lower mid card view.
In all honesty, I think what is maybe getting the Ciampa is the way NXT is right now. Because first of all, it's not NXT's fault, but it's WWE's fault. In other words, they got him on USA. They got him on a lose night. They can't touch what AEW's doing. They got 2 hours, and then, like I said, it wasn't on the network. They lost their grittiness to it. They got to go by what USA wants to see, opposed to what they can do on the network. So a lot of things about NXT have changed, unfortunately.
Yeah, but now it's like he grew his hair out. He don't look cool no more. He looks lame. He look like his moves don't
it's kind of like what Ezekiel Jackson grew his hair out.
Oh my God! Why would you even do
that? The Grizzly Young Vets, Ciampa attempts to go.
Just real quick, I was gonna say, kind of remind me of that one EC3 entrance. When he used to come out full of energy, he came out that one time and just like EC3.
Yeah, I'm over this shit. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Ciampa tries to go for the Widow's Bell to Drake, but when Gibson prevents it, and they hit a Ticket to Mayhem for the win. I told you, primetime. And the Grizzly Young Vets are going on to face MSK in the, bruh. I don't know if you've seen it. They did these lousy live action matchups where they like, this is going to be the match. And they just showed the two people sitting there arguing face to face. I'm like, why'd they do that? So they have one of Grizzly Young Vets talking to MSK. Bruh, I'm telling you, black dude look like Nate Parker with that loud shirt on.
Did they do the Borat promo again or what?
I don't think they did.
They used to like very nice or not. Or, I don't know. They just
Oh yeah, no, that stuff. Well, now it's time to go on to AEW Dynamite. So we are here for Dynamite. Here we got a lot of things happening. There's a big announcement that happens inside the Winter Circle, and then we had that crazy main event. But we start off with the TNT Championship. Oh shit, I forgot that they still got to be defended. You know what I'm saying? So Darby Allin taking on Joey Janela. Oh, where the hell he been at? Okay, so Joey Janela has been off TV for a minute.
I think I don't even know if he's been on Dark. I think he's just been pretty much chilling. And then I think Darby was like, when I got here, my first match, Joey Janela was in the he was in the main event with Kenny Omega. Where is that Joey Janela? And then he was like, I'm gonna challenge him for the title because I kind of missed that guy. And I think that guy deserved more time. Pretty much is what he did.
Yeah, well, he got it all right. Joey Janela was aggressive. Darby Allin was aggressive as well. Joey Janela does a face plant on the apron to Darby Allin. Darby Allin dives through the ropes and then takes out Joey Janela on the gate. Janela hits a pile driver for a near fall, but then Darby hits an avalanche cold red from the top rope, which looks sick. And then after the 2 count, he gets a coffin drop, and there's a 3 count. So Darby Allin wins. He celebrates, and then they talk later about Kenta and the 6-man tag team tonight. Inner Circle's backstage, and after they clear the room, MJF and Sammy Guevara are left standing there, and Sammy says he saw last week. He knows what MJF is doing, and he said he knows he's trying to take over. He knows he's trying to take over the Inner Circle, and he hates it. And he said, Sammy, you're just jealous of me. But he realizes that Sammy hates Jericho. He hates to play second fiddle to Jericho. Sammy's upset because he wants to take over the Inner Circle. MJF has been recording the conversation. Sammy smashes the phone and floors MJF in the ribs. So then the Nightmare...
I think MJF is gonna take that footage and like make it to say like I hate Jericho and somebody I'm jealous of you.
It's gonna be like the Mick Foley Royal Rumble '99 I quit footage type thing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think he'll just show him. He'll probably just show him the footage or he'll edit it up to where it look like he said that, and then he'll say, and he beat me up. Look at my ribs because he has ribs taped later. So.
You're right. We get ready for the Nightmare Family entrance. We had Cody, Rose, and Lee Johnson versus Cesaro Bononi and Peter Avalon. Can I ask a question, Prime?
Sure.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know, but I hate it.
And I'm like, okay, so to me, first of all, there was just like Cody has a Black History shirt on, and all the proceeds is going to some kind of charity for Black History Month, and I'm just like, what shirt is he wearing that says Black History Month?
No, just the black and white logo of his.
Okay. I'm just saying, wasn't it always like that?
No, it's different colors. He wore different color shirts. This one's like all black. It's like the all white shirt, but like the black logo.
Okay, so yeah, well, no nothing to say Black History, like an all black shirt, right? And I'm just like, oh, so that's why he's tagging with the black guy today.
Nah, I hate it. I hate it like so much.
I was like, guys, look, I understand, but that's not the way to me. That's not the way you celebrate Black History. They ain't do. And first of all, it's a pointless tag team matchup.
There's just so much stuff wrong with this, to where I'm like, for one, this guy has been on the shows. Like, he was MJF's guy. He was like, he's been on the show. He's just now all elite. But anyways, aside from that, they wanted to showcase this guy so much. They tried to make Jim Ross put him over. They tried to have Arn Anderson put this guy over. And it's like, for one, this is a random match, so it don't mean nothing. But two, he's 0-29. He's 0-29. And all of a sudden, he got to get the win because of Black History Month. And you can tell that's what they was doing.
Yeah.
They gave this man the interview. They gave this man the win. They gave this man the special entrance. They gave this man the special time and all that. I just felt like a handout to me.
It's pandering. I'm like, it's if this ain't the definition of a pandering, you don't need to look. Because there are people out there talking about.
They got Powerhouse Hobbs too. I mean, you know, I'm just saying.
There's black people that got on there. Scorpio Sky too.
That's it.
You know, look, I'm gonna say this because I know people.
He should have been in this match. I would have loved that.
Oh yeah.
Add more actually.
There are people out there that are gonna probably be like, "What you black people always complaining?" You know what I'm saying? They talk about they want more diversity. They want to see themselves more on the show. Then when they get it, they always complaining. This is two black people talking. Let me explain something between honoring and pandering. This matchup, if it wasn't on the card, it means nothing. If Cody's wife is black. If Cody wants to have a shirt, you know, that he feels it represents Black History Month and wants to, you know, give to charity, that's fine. Let him. He can do that. But having this match with this guy who means absolutely nothing, who comes out of nowhere and wins something for absolutely nothing, to know for the only reason why they had the match, there's no storyline to this. There's nothing, huh?
I just thought, is this why Cody's teaming with Red Velvet?
Yes. Because they had to find another black girl that resembles Brandy Rose. That's what I'm saying. They could have got Big Swole.
Yeah.
But the only reason why they went with Red Velvet because she looks like Brandy Rose. That's it. And I'm like, look, oh God, if y'all could just showcase. Look, I'm not. I know you don't want to talk about this too much, but what WWE is doing right now with Bobby Lashley, how he snapped and took out Riddle and took out Keith Lee and all the people like that. It's black representation. Just showcase the people. Showcase the show. Stop booking them to look stupid. Stop booking them all together. And they can go out there and win matches. It's fine. Put them in decent storylines. Have us make them believe, such as Keith Lee winning both titles. This shit meant nothing because after February, nobody gonna remember this guy. And that's including the black people.
Yeah, but it's like the match and all that was already too much. Having Arn Anderson, Dustin Rhodes, QT Marshall, Jerry Lynn, and whoever else, having all of them come out there for a Tony Schiavone interview was definitely.
But is that an interview about what? Because he got a win in a tag team match by luck? That meant nothing.
The 1-29.
The one, it's okay. Yeah, you're still not in the rankings. It'd be different if they had built up, say if they built up Scorpio Sky, if they had built up Powerhouse Hobbs, if they had built up some African American wrestler, black wrestler that was there, right? And it's like, okay, they cannot get over the hump, and they sitting there, it's like, the TNT Championship, but the storyline has been built, and it just so happened to take part in February because you want to build up that storyline. And it's like, hey, we're going to reward you the TNT Championship. It's like that's an iconic moment that you want to put in your Black History. Do I want to put fucking Lee Johnson in my Black History because he went 1-29? No.
I mean, let me see all the people that they got right now so far. They got Lee Johnson. They got Sugar D, a.k.a. Pineapple Pete.
Where he been at?
Scorpio Sky. Powerhouse Hobbs, Big Swole. And then, you know, Red Velvet here and there. Different people here and there. They just opened up a thing with Impact. Impact has a lot of... They got Rich Swann. You know, they got Moose. They got Willie Mack. They got Chris Bay. They got a couple good people. And then, of course, they got Private Party as well. Private Party, I forgot. But, yeah.
Yeah, Private Party. But see, this could have been... You could have said... you could put Private Party and be like, you know what? They could win the Impact titles. It's something... It's better representation you can do just to see a black person pull out of obscurity.
Hey.
See what?
Impact is in Nashville. You know they're not winning them titles.
They not. But I'm just saying, just to be plucked from pick a black guy from obscurity and to give him a moment like this, that do you think that makes black folks happy? Because we see,
hey, we gave a black guy a tag team win with Cody Rhodes.
That shit is the most pandering. And you know what? WWE panders a lot, but bro, they ain't do it like this.
You know, I think it's worse because it's with Cody. Because it reminds me of like every time Hulk Hogan comes back, he comes back with somebody and they do the Hulk Hogan thing in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's what it reminds me of.
So what's gonna happen? So in March when we do Women's History Month, we're gonna have Cody do another mixed tag team match. Oh wait a minute! In October when it's Hispanic Heritage Month, he gonna team up with a Mexican. Like what? Come on!
And he gonna team up with Proud and Powerful.
Oh my god!
I mean, he is teaming up with Red Velvet in March.
You know what? You made me more sick of this shit. So of course, Cody and Lee Johnson get the win. Who gives a shit? Ray Namath taking on Pac. Really? I'm just like, what's all these job matches going on tonight? Pac beats the shit out of him.
What are you talking about?
Say what?
What are you talking about? He was fighting against WWE Tag Team Champion Dolph Ziggler. That's the same guy. You cannot tell me otherwise. That is not the same guy. They got the same moves and everything. Same guy.
Well, guess what? He lost the save too. As he got a black arrow and a brutalizer, and then
that's how you know that's the same guy because he lost.
Exactly. So Ray Namath lost it. So we get a replay. Mero blames Orange Cassidy for last week's monstrosity. So he said that they're going to pay. Don't know where Trent is at. Chris Jericho and MJF taking on the Acclaim.
Trent is legit injured for like 4 months.
Oh damn. Okay. Chris Jericho and MJF taking on the Acclaim. The match is kind of slow. Jericho is showing the age here. I'm sorry in this matchup. I don't know if you agree or not, but to me, Jericho was showing the age in this match.
Well, I will say though, the Acclaim are new at wrestling and they are like 19 years old.
Yeah, they're young. They're young and fire.
Yeah. They're young. Yeah, they're young and they're like energetic and they're like styles don't mix. Like I know Jericho can't mix styles, so I think their styles don't mix like at all. It might be.
Yeah, well, Jericho gets the Judas effect, and they win. Sammy comes out with the microphone.
Before you get to Sammy, I will say I think before Jericho like botched on that move, they have been doing good doing matches like for his age. If that makes sense.
I mean,
like get matches to hide his age, time getting older.
That is a fair sentiment. I'm not gonna go against that. I agree. That's a fair sentiment, but he still shows the age.
Yeah,
still shows.
He still shows it, but like it's like if he was going like 1-on-1 with like Jungle Boy, you would see the age rather than him going like 1-on-1 with like Matt Hardy or something. You know.
Yeah, fair because Matt ain't got no knees anyway. Sammy comes out with the microphone. Jericho says, "Yo, man, what is the problem, Sammy?" Okay, Sammy says, "What did I say, Chris? If one more thing happens, I'm done." And then so since he's done, he quits the inner circle. Jericho's just like, oh my god, what happened? Everybody looks heartbroken. I thought he was going to jump him the way Jake Hager was taking off his jacket and everything. I was like, okay, you going to do something or not? You just took off the jacket.
I think Jake Hager was not going to jump. If anything, I think Jake might be on his side. Even though Jake is not going to. Jake is like on his side, but he's not like, I'm not going to lead the group for you. It's kind of like Blue and Otis in a sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want you to go, but you hurt the group, you got to go.
Yeah, exactly. So, they go to commercial. Sammy's leaving the building. He needs time away from this place. Matt Hardy and Hangman are at the bar. Matt fakes drinking shots because, you know, he's big money man now. He's just, you know, trying to get, you know, Hangman drunk. Which is just going to be a hard thing to do. Says that he knows Heyman doesn't want to be a tag team guy, but he can make him millions for just a 30% fee. Just like he did for Private Party. Paige agrees, but signs a different contract while Matt is back his turn. So, what's in that contract? I'm so curious how they're going to...
I don't know what it is, but it's something weird watching. He gonna take control of Private Party or something, I don't know.
Oh, I don't want Private Party with Hangman Page. I'd rather see them be healed than hard.
I know what I'm saying. It's gonna be something silly, but on BTE, BTE, they've been like having the Dark Order doing these, like having a sleepover or whatever, like doing these different events. And Hangman wants to come to all these events. Like he still wants to hang out with them, even though he doesn't want to be in their group. Mm-hmm. And the previous episode was like a Valentine's Day special. So they all wrote Valentine's Day cards to Hangman. And he was just like, yeah, whatever. And he left the room. Matt Hardy seen the card. And he's kind of like jealous
now. I got to start watching BT some more.
Yeah, like Matt Hardy is jealous of the Dark Order sending Hangman Valentine's Day card. That is not an exaggeration.
Tony interviews Sting, and did they
this segment didn't make no sense.
and they fist bump, boom, because that's what Sting is doing here. Asks about the street fight, and Taz interrupts and says, Sting can say anything. Taz is there, and they're on a road trip, and they reveal that they have attacked Darby and put his body back tied to the back of their car. They drive off, and Sting goes after them to the parking lot.
He ain't gonna catch him
at all. I'm just like, it'd be different if Sting had supernatural powers, but they didn't do that.
Well, I mean, he did in WCW.
Yeah, but back when he was 30, he can move. Marvarez with Omega's on the golf course. Omega does not want any distraction while he's golfing, which you really shouldn't if you're playing golf. Marvarez says he shouldn't be here prepping for his match rather than playing golf. Omega says that he is the best and doesn't need to prepare in the regular way. Okay, says he's forgotten how to lose. I don't know how to do that. Says he won't lose, he won't miss, and then goodbye, good night. So we have now the World Title Eliminator Tournament, which you told me about last week. Thunder Rosa taking on Layla Hirsch. So I was like, okay, so this is a tournament that Prime was talking about. So Layla Hirsch hits a cross arm breaker. Rosa powers out. Rosa hits a huge side slam for a 3 count to Layla Hirsch. Pretty decent matchup. Not much, going back and forth there. Thunder Rosa is winning. I didn't see the Tony Schiavone and Jungle Boy interview backstage. So
I didn't. I had that on mute because I was like recording at the time as well.
Oh, okay.
But this tournament just don't interest me or make sense to me.
Well, it's kind of a slight spoiler because people can't travel from Japan over here right now, especially with this new variant out. So
guess what they did? Just take a guess at what they did.
They flew to Japan.
They said, you doggone right. They said, hey champ, we haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Go over to Japan. Go over there. So their champion is at Japan right now.
Oh God, America don't care. We got a false count, huh?
Do you have the names of the bracket?
No. If you have them, that'd be great to read them. I don't have the name. I don't have the bracket up.
All right, let me see if I can find it real quick. I should have it. Wow. All right, so they got one in the United States and one in
Japan.
In Japan, yeah. So these are first round matchups. They got Layla Hirsch versus Thunder Rosa, which we already know who won. Serena Deeb versus Riho, which I guess Serena Deeb's gonna win, because she is the AWA Women's Champion.
Yeah. And I haven't seen Riho in like a while.
Yeah, she's probably been in Japan. They probably flew her back.
Yeah.
Tay Conti versus Nyla Rose. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Anna Jay. Two interesting matches. And then in Japan, you were probably not gonna know any of these people.
Oh, Big Swole's not in this tournament?
No.
And I'm trying to think of other women that's not in this tournament. Well, Chris Statlander is still injured, and then
anybody that you know is not in this tournament because these are all Japan people.
Okay, here we go. All right, well, read them off still.
Yuka Sakazaki is in this match. I think she might go a little weight dependent. You got May Shiraga. She's interesting. You know, she's very interesting, but I still think Yuka got this. Y'all know Yuka Yee theme song. Go check it out. Anyways, you got Zany versus Emi Sakura, which is the queen. She's the one with the queen gimmick. You got Miki Oto versus Ryo, and pretty much her name was Asuka in Japan, but she came to America and there's already an Asuka in America, so she just changed her name completely. And Cody Rhodes' favorite is Mecca. I don't know how to pronounce her first name, you know. And then you got Aja Khan versus Ren Kadoraka.
I heard of Aja Khan.
Yeah, Aja Khan. Aja Khan is weird because she doesn't sell. So I don't know which. The only people I can see her selling for in this whole tournament is Yuka Sakazaki, Thunder Rosa, and Baby Dollar Rose. Those are the only people I see her selling for it. Period.
I mean,
she don't sell.
Yeah, it would be good if this thing had some heat to it, but it don't. Unfortunately,
no, it don't, and it's probably gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, they're not pay-per-viewing this thing at all, nothing like that.
I mean, I'm probably sure the finals or the semifinals will be on YouTube. I mean, it will be on TV and pay-per-view, but I think they said Monday they're going to do the first round on YouTube.
Okay. Well, mostly because, you know, Revolution is coming up, so I guess. All right.
They might be done with it by then, yeah.
Main event time. We have a 6-man tag, falls count anywhere, anything goes, player match. So we have, actually no, it's a tag team match. I want to say 6-man for. It's a tag team match.
It's a lights out, no DQ, falls count anywhere.
Yeah, we have Moxley and Lance Archer taking on Kenny Omega and Kenta. Kenta comes out with the briefcase, and Omega has a very arrogant entrance. So the match starts off in the ring. First of all, I will say this, bruh, get Jake Roberts, okay? He, I think, ruined his career tonight. And I'll get to that when I get to it, because I don't know if he was paying attention or not, but you should be. Match starts off in the ring. Back and forth, they're fighting. We get a trash can. Kenny Omega goes from the second rope to Moxley with a moonsault on the trash can. He sets up in the corner, and Kenta does a flying dropkick to Moxley with the trash can on him. They pull out a ladder, but Omega gets suplexed on the ladder. He knows how he sells the thing. We go to the outside of the ring, and then we have Lance Archer choke slams Omega, which looked like it hurt like hell, through these like shallow tables. So Omega is a little slow to get up as Kenta and Moxley go to the back in the kitchen area, and they start fighting. Go onto those metal tables like the Butcher the Blade, they cut the meat at, and then he's going for a power driver, but Kenta hits a DDT on Moxley and gets a 2 count. Tries to go for the armbar. Then Kenny Omega is back.
Yeah, I thought it was weird for him to go on put his like bell lock on top of the table.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I don't know, was it Archer or I think it was Archer hits him with like a whole box of potatoes. And I'm just like,
yeah, Archer hits him with
potatoes. Yeah, it's hit them with the box of potatoes. I'm just like, so they sitting there just sputting it out. You know what I'm saying? You see all the stuff coming for the potatoes and everything there. I was like, I wonder if Moxley would take a bite of potato, but I was like, no, it's COVID. So we make our way to the front of the stage. We got Lance Archer and Hideo Time fighting on the stage. Omega and Moxley fighting below the stage. Omega sets Moxley up on the table. Archer is playing the powerbomb Kenta through the table, where of course we have JR, Tony Schiavone, Don Callis, and Excalibur at. He tells them all to move. And then as he's going for the powerbomb, Kenta gets out of it. Kenta he ducks Archer's clothesline, runs off, and there's a double foot stomp to Moxley off the stage. I can't say through the table because the table didn't break. And I'm like,
I am the table. And they want that New Japan table.
They did. I was just like, yo, bro, that Hogan table, bro, it don't work with you. No give at all. I was like, that would have been so sick if that table had broke, but it didn't.
I mean, to my credit, I think he should have did something other than a foot stomp, because foot stomps don't really break the tables.
Yeah, but the way he came off, it was kind of crazy. Archer staring down Omega, saying, "No, you're mine." So he comes to the ring. Kenny tries to go for hits him with the candlestick. He just breaks that joint. He says, "This ain't nothing." He tried to go for that double underhook dragon, that snap dragon suplex. He can't get it. Archer hits a powerful chokeslam to Kenny Omega. It still ain't the Brock Lesnar bounce one, but it said he does a powerful chokeslam on him, removes the ladder, and does the walk the rope moonsault thing, which I don't like him doing. I really don't like that big man doing it at all.
This man has been doing that for about 18 years now. You gotta either live with it or.
I mean, I'm living with it. I'm living with it. I live with it. As he tries to set up Kenny Omega for the God, what's his finishing move? You know, that reverse Razor's Edge type thing.
One wing. Oh, you talking about the blackout?
Yeah, the blackout. Here come the Good Brothers coming down, and then Kenta comes back, trying to give him some back fist, but it doesn't work. Big boot. So as the Good Brothers come in, they are getting attacked by Lance Archer. Here comes Jake Roberts. This shit right here. Did he not learn from last week? He comes in the ring.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I turned away and I turned back and I seen him like down, about to get the V trick. I was like, oh yeah.
No, bro, I'm telling you right now. No, dead serious. This shit, he legit hurt something. So he's in there and he does a little twisted move and he hits Anderson with a bad clothesline. Gallows comes in there, hits him in the jaw, right, like the can uppercut. Roberts falls on his knee. He just like falls on his knee, and it looks like they're setting him up for the V trigger, right? And then before Kenny gets the V trigger on him, Moxley comes in there with a barbed wire bat and hits Omega and the Good Brothers. Now we're watching the matchup the whole time. Jake Roberts can't move. He's on his knee a long time. Then he goes to the outside of the ring, and then he is turning red, and he's still on his knees. He can't get up. He tries to get up. He cannot get up. Like I said, we're watching the action the whole time in the ring. We're not paying attention, but I was sitting there looking. I was like, yo, because my mom was like, is he all right? And I was just like, yo. That's why I text you. I'm like, yo, tell Jake Roberts stay away. Did you see what he did last week when he hit Ed Helico?
Yeah, I've seen it. That's what I took it as him selling, because that's kind of like what he does now. He sells.
Bro, but when he
was always good at selling. But,
but when he tried to get up, he couldn't walk. Like, I think he came down that knee hard.
He probably came down on the wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be good to go next week, but you know how. You come down on your knee fast, even if you're 30, you come down on your knee fast, you gonna take a little.
He don't even be doing this shit anyway, but then you know, man, we get the Magic Killer on Lance Archer, then a V trigger, then they all have to launch him up in the air. And
hey, I kind of got scared.
I was like, please bring him down. And he gets the one wing angel.
7 feet. I was like, he's 7 feet tall. I don't think he never like did it when you like gotta push him up and then grab the head at the same time. 7 foot tall person.
Exactly, but he hits it cleanly, and Kenny Omega and Kenta win the matchup. And I thought it was a good main event. How about you?
I thought it was a good main event. I'm in a weird spot because even though Omega is the AEW champion, I thought they were going to give Kenta the win to kind of you know, for people that don't know who Kenta is, kind of make him look strong.
Mm-hmm.
Thought they're going to let Kenta get the pinfall, but Omega getting the pinfall is cool too. He gets the AEW champion. So
yeah, so I am all cool with that. So, who wins the Wednesday Night War? Is it we did a long one today, so I apologize for that already. NXT or AEW Dynamite?
I don't know.
In my personal opinion, they both stepped up from last week.
They were definitely. NXT ain't tried last week.
But they had a go home show today, so. Is it AEW or is it NXT?
This is tough. Not that I don't prefer one over the other. It's just like they both had good moments. They both had like bad moments. They both had moments I didn't really care about. But I really, really enjoyed the lights out match. But then I think that's probably the only thing I enjoyed from AEW.
Look, NXT wins for me. I was gonna tell you that.
Okay.
And NXT wins for me because they had good tag team matches when it came to Shotzi Blackheart and Maroon was that one was good. The main event was good. The whole thing was Xia Li, even though Katie Carter didn't act it right. MSK winning was good. Johnny Gargano was hilarious. However, on the AEW side, the lights out match was great. I enjoyed the main event for that, but then Darby and Janela was nothing I haven't seen before, so it wasn't nothing new. This whole tournament for the women there's no heat behind it, so I didn't care about it. Tony Schiavone and Sting was not needed. Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson was not needed, and I was like, that whole pandering shit rubbed the wrong way in the first thing, and the whole Sammy Guevara thing was, leaving the inner circle was something, but they didn't really capitalize on that until next week, so that's why NXT gets my pick.
Yeah, I agree. I was just, in my mind, I was like, that match was so good to where I was like, does it sway my full opinion? But
it would have if I had to see Cody and Lee Johnson pander.
Well, it's a lot of stuff you didn't have to see on the show that.
Yeah, but I said, because they give two shits about that shit at all.
Jay Rob was falling on one knee, probably would have elevated it for me. I don't know.
No, that showed me he got the ring even more. He tripped over a Helico last week. Good job, kid. Catching my fall.
Or Tully falling over a week before. We still ain't seen him since.
We ain't seen Texas. That's Mike File Driver. You absolutely right. These old timers need to stop, man. All right, guys. You post out the comments down below. Who do you guys think won, AEW or NXT for this past week? We will be live this Sunday going over doing the NXT Vengeance review, and then hopefully we'll be live for Elimination Chamber and live for Revolution. So we got a lot of pay-per-views that we're doing, and so we're going to build up our live audience. We appreciate all the stuff that you guys been doing for us. If you listen to the podcast, we are going to move on. And if you guys listen to us right here on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. And once again, this is NC Place We Children Machine D and not Deion Sanders for Prime Time.
All right.
And Nerd Coalition is out.